This time next year, I would have loved to have met my half-sister, Rosemary.
So tell me a little bit about Rosemary and how come she's not in your life now.
I grew up with 2 brothers, mum and dad, everything was fine, and we always knew we had a half-sister.
How did you know that?
It just wasn't a secret. We just always knew that we had a half-sister.
Did you ask questions about her?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, but mum didn't know anything. Mum had a baby. She had the child when she was just 16.
Right.
And she was adopted at birth, 10 days old, roughly. I've always been intrigued by where she is, what she's doing, you know, and then... But it's so difficult to try and find someone. Very difficult.
And tell me about your parents. Are they still with us?
No, both sadly passed away now. Mum died in 2011, and she never got to... She hoped one day that she would meet her, but she never wanted to intrude. She never went looking because she didn't want to intrude.
Yeah.
She thought that she didn't want to intrude in Rosemary's life, and she hoped one day that Rosemary would come looking for her. But I've done a little bit of trying to search and find. I've managed to get hold of a birth certificate, a copy of her birth certificate, because we didn't actually know whether she was officially adopted. But on the end of the birth certificate, it does say adopted, so we know that she's officially adopted. But that even creates more problems because nobody can access her adoption file without the help of a tracer, so...
And is that the avenue you're going to go down?
Yeah, get a tracer. Hopefully they can look at the adoption file, find a new identity, and then, hopefully, being able to trace her.
So what do you want to tell her about you?
I've got a poem that I really want to show her, because that was written by Mum from the heart, and it explains the situation a little bit. It's not a very long poem, but I think it just about covers everything that's in there.
Have you got it?
I have got it with me.
Is that the book you bought? Oh,
yeah. Mum wrote a lot of poetry about life events. Obviously, it's entitled Rosemary June. Such a short time we had to share, my little one so sweet and fair. Those precious moments lovingly spent, for me to you were only lent. A beautiful gift that you were to me, for a short while that's all it could be. As I held you lovingly close to my heart, I prayed that we were never to part. But alas, the decision was made for me, all for the best they said it would be. Surely they knew of my feelings of pain, to never be able to see you again. Our last day together brought many tears, from me for one who was so dear. For one so special I had to lose, a decision I wish had been mine to choose. Many years now have gone by, memories to keep until I die. But silently I hope and pray you will find me again perhaps one day. And that, I would love to give that to Rosemary.
It would mean a lot, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Well, listen, thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming on. By this time next year, you will have found your
Hopefully I'll find
half-sister,
it, yeah.
Rosemary.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Stephen.
Thank you very much.
Stephen desperately wants to walk back through those doors with his sister Rosemary. Has he managed to find her? I really hope so.
See you again. Okay?
Yes, good, thanks. So, Stephen,
Yes.
you're not with Rosemary.
I'm not with Rosemary, no.
So what happened?
Shortly after the process started, my tracer who was looking came back to me and she gave me some news that Rosemary had kept her name, which was unusual in adoption cases.
Yes.
And also, unfortunately, she passed away at the age of just 11 months. Yeah, which was devastating.
That's really devastating.
Yeah, I'd envisaged nearly every outcome, but not that one. It was very tough.
So how did you come back from that?
Soon after, the tracer got back to me again. She managed to find somebody who knew Rosemary.
No.
Yeah.
Who?
Well, after Rosemary passed away, the family adopted again. And they adopted another girl. And the tracer put me in touch with her. And we met.
We've got some footage of the moment that you found out.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Okay.
Hi, Stephen. Good
How
to
are
see you again.
And
Fine,
you?
thank you.
Come on in.
Thank you.
I've come to visit Stephen today to share some news with him, which I hope he'll be delighted to hear.
So, Stephen, it's been a few weeks since I visited you,
Yeah.
and I have actually contacted a lady called Julie, who was an adopted sister to Rosemary and adopted after Rosemary had sadly passed away.
Wow.
But they shared the same adoptive parents.
Yeah.
You can meet Julie later on today.
All right. Oh, wow.
She was really looking forward to meeting you and sharing what information
lovely.
she has. You okay?
Yeah.
Hopefully today is going to give Stephen some answers to lots of questions he must have about his sister.
My name's Julie and I'm the adopted sister of Rosemary. I'm a bit curious and I suppose a little bit sad for him as well. And I'd like to help him if I can.
I'm feeling very nervous about meeting Julie. Excited, hoping that she can tell me as much information as possible, and I can get some closure and hopefully be able to go and maybe visit the grave. Hello.
I'm Julie. It's lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh. Obviously, because I came along after Rosemary, I do feel that I haven't got an awful lot to tell him, but I hope what I have got will mean something to him. I'm sure it will. Mum and Dad adopted and fostered 4 children altogether.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, but they wanted a little girl.
Oh, right, okay.
And that's when they adopted Rosemary. And yeah, unfortunately, she didn't. She was 11 months old when she died. Did your mum know she died before?
No.
She didn't.
No.
I'm glad.
No.
I'm glad in a way.
Well, I've got a very special poem that Mum wrote, and I don't know if you can read it. But that's the poem, and that's the one that I really wanted Rosemary to see.
Such a short time we had to share, my little one, so sweet and fair. Those precious moments lovingly spent, for to me you were only lent. Many years have now gone by, memories to keep until I die. But silently I hope and pray you will find me again, perhaps one day. That's beautiful.
So I've read it many, many, many times.
And there's a huge coincidence there as well, because she uses the same words as my mum.
Does she?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the book I gave Mum to write her life story.
Wow.
She does mention Rosemary. I can't describe what it meant for me to have another baby to love and care for. And to this day, I know she was sent to be a comfort to us. That's me. Rosemary was only lent to us.
Wow.
But Julie Elizabeth came to stay. And thank God she is still here. So she says the same thing.
Yeah.
They were lovely parents.
Good.
You know,
Good.
I've brought some things with me to show you.
Good.
There you go.
Oh my word.
And that is for you.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
My big half sister. To actually get a photo and to actually see her face, it was amazing. It really was amazing.
It's been lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Aw.
I'll see you again.
Yeah,
Definitely. within
thank
a day.
you.
Okay.
Has it been hard to come to terms with this whole experience? Because it's like you've said, it is, I mean, it's tragic.
It is. The first part was really, but since then, since finding out and then finding Julie has been amazing. She's been brilliant. She's given me information. She's, the photo she gave me to keep on the first day, she said, that's yours to keep, which I've got, I'm going to get that framed. Julie took me to the grave for the first time, so the first time we went together. And a couple of weeks ago, with Julie's permission, I managed to scatter some of Mum's ashes on the grave. So a little bit of her is with her now.
Because you were adopted,
Yes.
and you know, you get it, you understand how much it means, this sense of family, and but it's been so amazing, the gift that you've given. Was that a no-brainer for you?
Oh, yeah, easy. Yeah, just wanted to help.
But you've gone above and beyond that now. I mean, you guys have become family in a funny kind of way, haven't you?
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that Julie agreed to do this, because she could have said no, and, you know, and that would have been, I'd never have found. So she's given me a lot of comfort.
I'm so pleased.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on and sharing your story.
Thank you.